my focus today is to talk about where we can gain value today, reiterating the most important point, which is it's all about data. And insurance carriers need to understand that it's going to be their responsibility to get at data as soon as possible, and waiting for regulations and other people to play nice is probably not a wise approach. But getting at data now, using that to generate ROI now, using that to look at mobility, vehicle mobility solutions, which we haven't touched on in this, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, and then obviously leading to autonomous vehicle. These are a pathway that we're all going to go through. At the basis of all that is data, and at the base of that is trying to generate ROI all the way along the lines and being able to convince everyone in your organization about the value of understanding that data and moving forward. Just a little bit about Octo. We've been around for a while, 15 years. We're number one in terms of connected vehicle and telematics space for the insurance carriers. We're actually far more diverse than people realize, and I'll talk a little bit about that shortly. But you know, at 175 billion miles and over 430,000 crashes analyzed from telematics data all the way through the claims, we've developed a fair amount of expertise in trying to understand and be at the forefront of where our customers need to be in understanding data and using that data for value today, and more importantly, being ready for tomorrow. Because some of the stuff that we've talked about in the two speakers before me, I think you're starting to get a picture of the future is going to be what I like to call the perfect storm in terms of insurance and automotive technology. And we need to be ready for that, and we need to be ready now. So I think we've clearly seen the point behind this slide. The evolution of vehicles in the last century has been amazing, far more than I think any of us ever expected or planned for. But on the insurance side, the innovation has gone a bit slower. And until recently, we're starting to see a lot more innovation, and specifically in the connected vehicle side, we're seeing a lot of innovation. But a lot of the innovation right now is just looking at pricing and immediate risk associated with auto insurance, and not really taking it forward to the kind of thinking and discussion points that we've heard today. So UBI, pretty much everybody is familiar with UBI. It's old hat, it's technology's been around, but surprisingly, a lot of insurance carriers aren't participating in UBI right now. Granted, it's a pricing exercise. There's a lot more value when you add additional things, which is why we differentiate between usage-based insurance and insurance telematics, because insurance telematics is much broader. It's getting into a lot more opportunities for return on that investment of getting the data, utilizing data, analyzing data, and applying that across the business versus just on a pricing exercise. Because at some point, every actuary will tell you, you're giving away premium, and once everybody's doing UBI, now you're giving away premium, and where do you stand? So that's where you get into other things like fleet, crash and claims, mobility solutions, and all these other pieces where your ability to have new actuarial tables, new pricing, and new ways of doing business are going to be essential. And then the whole risk piece, which we'll talk at the end, is just, I don't think any of us understand what's going to happen going forward. It's going to be pretty interesting.